Hello there. I'm so glad that you can join us on this day. Unfortunately, PotatoReviews will not be joining us today as he has left the country to recover from the last review. In fact, he's probably dead. So yes, shall we continue?
Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm not dead.
Yes, but the audience don't know that. Just go along with it. It was such a bad film they will believe it.
Well, I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't that bad. Yes, it was. Well, here we are. After last week's terrible review, I decided to go for something a bit more relaxing and just something better than that. Introducing Stardew Valley, an indie game that's become quite popular in recent months due to big YouTubers playing it on their channels. And oddly enough, that brings in the views, and that brings in the players. And I was one of them. But, surprisingly, I was surprised. Hey, that doesn't make sense. To start off with, this game is do what you want to do. There is no storyline to follow, though you don't have to do something, it's just you plot it onto a plot of land and just boom, do what you want. You are a god. And I can honestly say, it's probably the best game I've played this year so far. And for good reasons. Now my character took some time to create, but I think I perfected him. I just need to choose a name now. And so, when I loaded up Stardew Valley, a story began.
No one gives a damn about your character story.
Nonsense! Everyone wants to hear the story of my character. This tale begins in some year somewhere, we don't know where, and someone's already dead in the first minute. That's got to be one of the quickest death scenes I've seen so far. This, of course, is Grandpa, and oh, no, he's really dead. Yep. Fast forward a few, I don't know, it never really says, and you are stuck working for, basically, a company. Probably EA, although it's called Mojo or something like that. Joe, I don't know, it's probably EA, just go along with EA, it works fine.
Please, sir, we need water. We can't even get out of our cubicles.
Back to work with you, boy, else it's another 9 lashings!
Yes, sir. Please don't hit me. Happy workplace, jolly workplace.
But your character decides to give up on this life of boredom and move into the countryside in order to build a farm and try and live a better life. And so, our weary traveller travels to the famous Stardew Valley. What? What is this? This and this? Weeds and wood and stone, what do you take me for, a peasant? So along I went, and I began to plant my crops, and... Oh dear.
Oh dear, we are in trouble.
At the very beginning of the game, you don't earn much, but throughout the game, you start to earn that tad bit more. And that is the real challenge of this game, is to try and make a profit from what you've already spent. And I must say, at first a challenge, it is very interesting to see what results you can get. But enough of this, what is the actual Stardew Valley like? Like I said, throughout the game, more areas unlock. For example, you may find an area that's been cut off by rubble, but then, the next day, the rubble is gone, and you can then go and explore that area, finding new possibilities to make coin. There is even combat throughout the game. Yes, combat. It is actually quite good. Although not the focus of the game, it's greatly appreciated in there. And man, let's talk about this game, because, whoo, There's a lot of playtime in here, and I'm talking possibly hundreds of hours of game time. This game, an indie game, over hundreds of hours of possible playtime? Why, that's absurd! Why not go to, say, Ubisoft and pay £40 for a game that will last you, I don't know, 7 hours? The next Call of Duty, I'm sure, will last for about 3, and value for money there. And this is why the indie market has become so popular in recent years. You're getting more value for money in these games than you are getting in some AAA games. But enough of that controversy, we're talking about Stardew Valley here. So as I said, pro number 1, excellent value for money here. You'll also find many different characters throughout the game, all with their own personal little traits. I really like the customization for your farm as well. You can add in farmhouses, crops, anything you find in the game you can practically add in, as well as customizing the inside and outside of your house. I really like customization in games, so to see this as an entire farm, it was beautiful to me. In the end, my farm was slowly growing, be it not the greatest. Holy moly, how do they make these? One of my favourite things about this game though is the calendar. Calendar? But why the calendar, I hear you ask? Well, I will now explain that. Throughout the year there's 4 different seasons.
I may have gone too far in a few places.
No. These 4 seasons determine what you can and can't grow and what you can and can't do or find. This changes up the gameplay throughout each month, keeping the game feeling fresh. There's also birthdays for each character and events. My personal favourite event being the flower dance one. If only I could just find someone to dance with for me for everything good. Just please. Please. In the end, I was rather happy at how Potato Ranch had come along. As the seasons began to change, things in the world began to change. And what is going on here? Are these pumpkin skeletons? What? Are you demon worshippers? Is that the next thing you'll be doing? Satanic rituals? What is this? Witchcraft, I say. Ah, yes, that is better. Christmas. Witchcraft! In conclusion, I give Stardew Valley a 8.1 out of 10. But tell me, have you guys played Stardew Valley? What do you think of it? Do you think it needs a higher score or a lower one? And please tell me why if you think so. And as always, I'm PotatoReviews and I'm signing out. I hope you're all having a wonderful day and
I may have gone too far in a few places.